Hi Cancer, we're going to have a look at your reading for this new moon in Scorpio. Let's have a look at your main theme here. So it says, no, not likely, find another way. And you see this man here staring at the brick wall. So some of you might find that you're hitting a brick wall in your life right now. Maybe there's no way through. Maybe there's no way out. Maybe you're feeling like you just keep coming up against this wall with either a situation or a person. So let's have a look at what you need to give birth to at this time. So this is interesting. Darkness, the long night moon. So it's almost like what you need to give birth to is going into a time of darkness. Maybe you need to go through, there's some part of you that needs to go through the darkness, the dark night of the soul process in order to come out into the light, to see another way maybe. Because sometimes we do have to go within and go through this process to be able to quieten things down and really listen to a higher calling or get the answers that we seek. Sometimes when we're doing this and butting our heads against a brick wall, it's because everything's too busy and we're just focused on the one thing and it's chaotic. We're not focused. So this is what I feel this is, that you need to go within this place of darkness, this place of solitude, this place of quiet to come out the other side. Now, what's the corresponding card with this? Well, we've got Scorpio energy, guys. This is pretty intense for you. But it's transformative, which is awesome. So Scorpio can definitely be the realm of secrets, it's death, it's rebirth. It's going through a process that's sometimes very painful. And it is like that dark place. It's the depths of something. So yes, Scorpios are passionate. There could be a sexual connection here. It could be romantic, intimate connection that you're having. But at the same time, it's just showing that there's definitely a need to transform some energy within yourself that is not working. And we see, it's interesting, we see a pathway, but we don't know where it leads to. And in this one, we definitely see where it leads to. So it's like you definitely have to go through this journey to be able to see out to the other side, even if it's fearful. Like if you're fearful, I should say, to go through this, it's okay, because I feel like you've got this hard shell on you. You know, you've got the sting if you need to. It's almost like you're protected. You've got your hard shell, guys. You are the crab. So you can deal with what's coming at you. So this is just amazing. This is intense energies coming through already, but it's almost like it's time now, because some part of your life or some aspect has not been working. So there's no choice in some ways than to go within. I mean, you have a choice. You can keep hitting this brick wall and feel like there's no other way, or you can just go into that place of darkness and solitude. You might feel like it's a sinking in, feeling a bit down, depressed. It's quite heavy energy, but you'll come out feeling lighter. Now, how can you connect best to this? You have to believe and succeed, okay? You have to believe that going through this process, you will succeed. So it's all about your beliefs here. It's about your passion to get through something. And having a childlike wonder, not being scared of this, but going into it like it's like an adventure. You're exploring through this, getting to know yourself, getting to really confront something finally, so you can, sometimes when we confront something, we've got to fight it off. But it's not necessarily being in a defensive position as such. It's allowing the flow. It's allowing the process to unfold. Like being able to sit in your pain, being able to sit through the fears, that kind of thing here is going on. But being able to look at it through the eyes of a child, like with curiosity, and say, you know what is going on with this? What is happening here? Getting another perspective here is really important for you guys to be able to get through this. Now, how are you self-sabotaging? How are you self-sabotaging? So we've got the 5 of Wands. Now, this is usually quarrels, arguments, fighting, competition. Can be around other people, it could be workplace, could be a relationship, could be siblings, could be anything. What I see with this is how you're self-sabotaging is that you might be, guys, provoking a situation because you want to get to the truth. So you could be provoking others without even meaning to. You might not even realize you're doing it, but you may be provoking fights. You might be provoking arguments just to get the truth out, because deep down you want the truth to come out. You need something, and you're not necessarily getting it in the way that you want to, because you're hitting a brick wall. So it might be that you're trying to antagonize others to get this, to get it out of them. So because it's interesting, because a Page of Swords came up, which is the Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Gemini. It doesn't have to be, but there's significant messages. But the other way of self-sabotaging is that you may be too focused on one thing. You might be spying on somebody on social media and getting yourself angry. You know, it's not necessarily provoking others. That's one aspect, but you might be feeling angry and want to get payback on somebody through this energy here. And it can be immature energy at times sometimes. It can be done out of hurt. You know, you might be trying to see what someone's doing and then get angry, and what you're doing is hitting a brick wall because you're not seeing any other way to get past your pain or to get past something that's just daunting you, I'm hearing. So it's interesting because we've got the childlike wonder. It could be children that you're dealing with as well here. It could be your own children that you're having issues with that you may not have contact with. There could be something going on there as well, or just some issues with children that you just don't know how to fix it. Let's see the transforming energy. So how to transform this is surrendering to the journey, believing and succeeding. We see the boat here twice now, and they kind of look similar at the end of them. So release control, surrendering to the journey, believe and succeed that where you're going, the light is shining the way. Oh my God, the light is shining the way through that dark period, okay? Because it might even show the way towards the darkness and the period of darkness, because you need to go through it. So there's the wisdom of the owl right here too. You're going to get that with you as well, but being aware and careful of the illusions of the dragonfly here as well along the way, that you're not fooling yourself, okay? So let's see what your temporary outcome is. You got 3 cards come out in this one. So we got the Neptune energy. Oh no, sorry, it's Jupiter. Jupiter with the Wheel of Fortune, which is flow. Suddenly there's going to be a turn in the right direction for you guys to have this new vitality, this new energy coming in, this inspiration. Once again, you're coming out from that place of darkness. Tables are turning now. The wheel is moving again out of this place of stagnance and being still into this new vitality, taking the lead. This is the Aries energy. So being able to, this is the Emperor, taking the lead, being in control, having authority of your own life and where it's going. And it's interesting, this one came up because divine children, once again, we got 2 cards around children or childlike wonder. And it is almost like you're mastering that side of you that may have come out as immature through the Page of Swords, but it could definitely be someone that you're dealing with who was acting like a child as well. It can be literally your own children, okay? Some situation around children and feeling depressed around a situation regarding children. Maybe you're having issues with the other party, like the other partner, if you're not together anymore, and it's affected the children. There could have been a legal issue. Could be so many things in these cards. But, you know, this is showing that you're going to take the lead. You're going to be in an authoritative kind of energy here, which is awesome because it shows that you're in control. You're coming from a mature place. You've received that enlightenment through going through that process, and that's amazing. So I hope this has helped you. Hi guys, now this is for Scorpio. You guys, this is your season, so this is going to be a pretty significant message for you guys for this new moon in Scorpio. So let's have a look at your main theme. So, I'm not surprised. Intuition, psychic, trust. I mean, you guys are the most psychic alongside with Pisces of the zodiac. So let's have a look. This is intuition, psychic, trust. Let's have a look at what you need to give birth to this new moon. So, oh my God, this is beautiful. So she's got the butterfly on her forehead there, which is her third eye chakra, pretty much close to it. And it's, you know, she's in water. She's partly submerged in water. And so we see her just trusting in this process. she's focusing, she's closing her eyes and focusing on what she wishes to see in her mind's eye, or what she wants to bring to light in her mind. We see this intuition, psychic trust. She's tapping into her psychic powers. And we've got the Power card. So when I saw this card, I thought, my God, this woman looks just like a Scorpio. So there's like intensity to her. And what we see is that Scorpios need to come into their full power. That's what they need to do in terms of their intuitive side. They need to come into their full intuitive power, because they are very powerful when they are in tune with this. They're very strong in themselves. They know where they're going. They are able to discern what's going on around them. Even normally and naturally, Scorpios can normally do this. But if they're focusing on their abilities here, that's just a part of them, going into the depths, and seeking out this insight, they can come into a beautiful natural power. And then we've got the Aries energy, which is that bold, impulsive, pioneering type of energy. And so, yes, we've got the intuitive, like the receptive, feminine type of energy with the intuitive, intuition, psychic stuff. Then we've got Aries, which is the fire sign. It's all passion. It's about jumping in and getting things moving. It's about taking that first step. Now, Scorpios are very much, they can be very much introverts, because they think and feel things very deeply. They can be very secretive in a lot of ways, like they don't reveal much. And so, being the Aries energy, what Scorpios need to give birth to is being able to put their intuition into practice, put it out there, not just keep it to themselves, but also use it. So now we've got how they best can reconnect with this energy is to embrace their dreams coming true, to believe in the magic, right, of themselves, to believe in the ability to transform, because that's what Scorpios are all about too, is transformation. Transform things for the better in their life. Use their intuitive skills to bring about their dreams coming true. So they need to believe in this to get into this energy as well. They need to believe in themselves, actually. And so then towards the new chapter, they've got to believe that their dreams are coming true for a new chapter. They can use their intuitive skills to get them moving, right? And taking action into this new chapter. So how are they self-sabotaging? So we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is all about holding back. It's about being closed off. It's about being afraid to let go of things. It's a fear right here about opening up and letting go of things that are known to them. So they are very They resist, and they're very reluctant to let go of things. And we know this with Scorpios, that they hold onto things. They will hold on to things for years and eons. They will hold on to it, especially if you've hurt one. So if you've hurt one, you'll never hear the end of it. And they rarely forgive. So they don't ever forget, and they rarely forgive. So this Scorpio, the way they're self-sabotaging is that they may start to open up to a situation. It could be even their own intuition. They might start to trust, right? But then they close off suddenly. So they might just start opening up, get their, feel their way, and then bang, they close off and withdraw again. And that's how they're sabotaging themselves. Now, the King of Swords is the Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And what this is talking, it's usually the Libran, but what this is talking about is that how they're sabotaging themselves is that they might be very harsh on themselves. They might be very hard on themselves to the point where they're starting to feel things, because that's what intuition does, and the psychic energy, the receptive energy is feeling things, and when it becomes too intense or confronting, they'll shut down. They'll shut it down because they're scared of it. They're scared of their own powers, that they've got within and what it can teach them about themselves and about others and about life. It can be very scary in some ways to get themselves out of that dark place, like they're in the depths of something, and then to be able to reach up and get out of that and go into a new chapter can be very scary for some Scorpios. It can be very scary to do the transition because they're quite comfy where they are in their own little zone without anything going on, without all these changes happening. But they need to trust in themselves that they can progress and move through this process. So yes, they can be harsh on themselves. They might feel that they're not organized enough, or things aren't perfect enough, or safe enough, or whatever these thoughts are that are occurring in their mind. They might not even trust people, let alone life in the process, or even themselves, but they definitely don't trust a lot of people or how things are unfolding. So it can be hard for them to just focus on the positives because they've had so much, a lot of them have had harsh lessons and find it very hard to seek out or see even or focus on the good things in life. Now let's see what the transforming power is. So how you can transform this, Scorpios, is through solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So it can be a beautiful, like, look at her. She's in a place of peace and silence, and she's on her own. She's not freaking out. She's just enabling this through her own, what I'm saying, she's allowing this energy to come through her own trust in the process. And what we see here is the owl, the wisdom coming through, the intuition, guys, the higher wisdom coming through when you are able to go into a place of peace and visualize it. You've got very strong visualization skills. You can bring what you visualize into your reality. So that's going to help. So what is a temporary outcome here? So you're going to be on a new path when you're able to do this. It's interesting that this woman looks like this woman. If she had turned her head, if she was like the front and the back of her, it just looks the same. I don't know what the hell happened there with the light. But strengthening bonds is really amazing because this shows she's on a new path. She's stronger now. She's come into her power. She's not afraid to move forward. And then we've got, I remember this, peace and forgiveness. So this is so interesting because we're talking about how they hold on to things, and the Scorpios can be very reluctant to get into this kind of energy because they feel that someone has hurt them or whatever it might be, because it does look to me like, okay, in some aspects of this, that they are afraid of succeeding or moving into a really awesome part of their lives because they're worried that someone's going to come in and rip it down, or they're very, very closed off. So the temporary outcome that can happen if she believes, or he or she believes in themselves and can move into this energy, is going to be coming out stronger and trusting themselves and feeling good in themselves and stronger, and because they're enlightened now. They're enlightened about their own self and their own powers, and being able to trust in their own ability to let their guidance, their intuition guide them the way. And it's through the peace and forgiveness. Some Scorpios might even have to forgive themselves along a journey too. They might have inflicted some pain on someone else, and they need to now work out how to deal with that. But it's going to work out all beautifully if they can do this other stuff. So I hope that's helped you. Hi Pisces, let's have a look at where you're at for this new moon in Scorpio. Let's have a look at your main theme. Ooh la la, money, wealth, prosperity, awesome. So you guys are really obviously looking at abundance, prosperity, career, finances, that kind of thing. Let's have a look at what this is around for you. We're going to see what you need to give birth to this new moon in Scorpio. Wow, self-reflection. This is beautiful. So this is obviously a very feminine type of energy here, being able to be receptive. Self-reflection, being able to perhaps weigh up your values now in your life. See how far you've come on your path, in your journey, where you're going. We are talking about the new moon, the new beginnings, the fresh energy coming through, the new chapter, etc. So perhaps you want to give birth to a new look, even physically in your physical realm. Literally, you may want to reinvent yourself. You may want to see yourself in a different light. You may want others to see you in a different light. But this self-reflection is very interesting because, especially around the money side of things, it might be that you're looking and going to be reassessing what your values are around money. So let's have a look at the next card that came up with that. Give blessings. So this is so interesting around the money side of things too, and self-reflection. The part of reassessing what you value in your life, perhaps you will be giving away things that you no longer need. Maybe you're realizing that the material world isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's more to this. Perhaps you have decided to, or have realized that giving blessings, this is what you want to do, or what you're advised to do to give birth to, is to give out. Because when you give out, you also receive this golden abundance. So it's just that flow of energy. Maybe you need to look at where you have been on the scales. Have you been giving as much as you have been receiving? That kind of thing. So it's an interesting thing here, but this is what you're obviously focusing on, is abundance. Now, it's obviously around money, wealth, prosperity in this case. Sometimes abundance doesn't necessarily have to be those things. It can be health. It could be good health. It can be a happiness in life. Just by doing what we want to do in life. We don't have to have a lot to be abundant. But in this case, you guys, it's definitely around money. It's about materialism. This is what it is all about. But you guys don't want to be selfish in this. There is this assessment going on about what you can give and what you're willing to receive, or what you're willing to give and receive. So let's see how you can best connect with this energy right now. This is beautiful. Simply love. So this is very much about that generosity. It's about being able to help others. It's about knowing about good karma coming back to you, and being able to give good karma out to others as well. So this is how you can connect with this energy here, is by sharing, by giving, by realizing that good things come back to you. And this self-reflection is looking back into the past as well, being able to see where you have come in your life. Like, what have you grown up with? Have you had riches in your life? Have you been struggling with finances, in your life? And you might be in a position right now where you can give, financially to others as well. So this might be something that you are weighing up, is what you can do with your finances and your money. The best way to connect with this is through a sincere heart and to make a wish. Because sometimes not sometimes, they do say that our intentions, our thoughts, create our reality, as well as what we're feeling on a sincere level here. So if you're feeling this and able to make a wish and put it out there to the universe, to your higher self, whatever it is, you can bring this in. So what's your self-sabotaging cards? How are you self-sabotaging? 4 of Wands is that steady, strong foundation. It's having this happiness, joy, celebration in your life. It's happy relationships. You may not necessarily feel in your personal relationships that they're very strong right now. It may be that sometimes you sabotage this happiness and joy because you may not necessarily really believe it's occurring, because we are talking about giving this new energy. This energy here is not maybe happening yet for you guys. So then we have the Tower, which is where it all comes crashing down. It's swift change. It's the divine intervention. It's hidden blessings in disguise. Maybe you guys just believe that everything that's good coming to you is going to crash straight down and be ripped away from you and be taken from you. So you've got to trust in the guiding light. Some of you are not seeing this guiding light that paves the way, for us. It's like the signposts along the way, leading us to this abundance, leading us to a better life, etc. And some of you may not, on a deeper level, really believe it's ever going to happen. And if it does, maybe in the past it has been ripped away from you. Maybe there has been bankruptcy or something in your lives. It could be something along those lines. Or maybe you were ripped off financially by some other person. Or maybe you grew up in a environment where you had to constantly struggle to get to the top, and you haven't yet reached it, or something came crashing down, or, it's this kind of stuff here that's self-sabotaging. Let's see how you can transform this energy. Well, rainbow blessings are showering your life. It's about, once again, believing in this, feeling it coming to you, making a wish, being able to look at yourself and your values and realizing that miracles do happen. And we've got the rainbow, which is about the hope and the promise, knowing that you can claim what is yours. Blessings are yours. So temporary outcome with this for you guys, this usually means that someone's refusing to see, unable to make a decision, knowing they have to make a decision, but unable to. But being reversed, it shows that you will make a decision. You will choose to see what's out there for you. And this is the confidence, solar plexus chakra. You're going to put your energy in the right direction of being able to trust in the process, trust in life, what it's going to bring you, based on your own hard work as well, your focus, your assessments of yourself and your life and your values, and be able to bring this in. You'll have the energy to bring this in. It's the confidence, it's the self-esteem, it's the drive, the motivation. So this is amazing because it shows that if you're able to do this, beautiful, great things can come to your life. And you have a good heart. You are about giving and receiving. It is that flow of energy right here. That's what you want to bring in, not a fear of lack. So this is amazing. So if you're able to do that, you're going to have the drive to be able to trust in the process, make a decision to trust in the process and allow this stuff to come into your life. And that's just beautiful. So I hope that's helped you.